Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And Goff going to look to throw right away.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Goff now on second down.
He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Goff.
No, he tries to force it in, and
they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Ready? Second down, another shot for Jones.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Again, it's Gibbs.
A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Goff now looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Jameson Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
In goal line situations, defensive backs are taught never to get beat inside. So the fade route is a great answer to that. And quarterbacks, if they just throw it where only their receiver can get it, they have a great opportunity to make it work.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Off the option, it's Jones. To about the 35, 2nd down. The Packers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Play action. Love to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. K.J. Hamler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. After an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Goff on first down.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Goff now to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Now it's Goff.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 21 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Lions 14, Packers 7. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Nixon on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
3rd down and 13.
Now Love.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked Tracy Walker, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
3-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now Goff. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
On the return, the Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Packers cast a wide net last draft season to find starting receivers, and they believe they found something in Dobbs, a 4th rounder. 42 catches, over 400 yards his rookie year. Those are numbers he can build off of.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Goff.
7-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Goff. That's caught inside the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Goff throwing again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, some strong running. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the option, it's Jones. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards, first down Packers. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing, Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
10 cycles.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Lions.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give right side for Gibbs.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain.
On 2nd down, here's Goff.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Still on his feet.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
At the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff
finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Gibbs straight ahead.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
At the Packers' 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Lions 31, Packers 14. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Love. And complete once again to Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Again, it's Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Musgrave's got it out right. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Love now to pass on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is incomplete. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well. 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. K.J. Hamler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally. No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it. leads to a lot of satisfaction, because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coaches step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point, because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Ready.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And they take a knee.
Ready.
Second and 11 now. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Lions, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.